Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. It's Eki. If it's your first time seeing me, you are welcome. Today's video is all about affordable makeup products for beginners, so you don't need to break the bank for you to get all glammed up. So we'll be going right into this video, but before that, give this video a thumbs up if you like it. If you've not subscribed yet to my channel, please subscribe. Leave a comment right down below. Let me know your thoughts, and also let me know what looks you want me to be creating next, and also ring the bell so you don't miss new videos. We are going right into this video. I'll be setting my brows with the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I always love to set my brows before I fill them in because it helps my brows to stay matte and stay in place all day. So I'll be filling in my brows with the Debbyluster brow pencil in 03. This is in dark brown, so I'll be using this to fill my brows. But before then, I'll be brushing my brows to see where my brows is supposed to be laid. So make sure that your brow pencil is sharp so you can outline your brows properly. See, I'm using a light hand to outlining my brows. Personally, I love a natural looking brow, so I don't really put pressure when I'm drawing my brows or filling them in. So I'll be filling in my brows real quick. I'm just giving it a short strokes, very short strokes, and I'm using a light hand to filling in any space. So guys, if you want to see a detailed brow tutorial, please, I'll be leaving the link right down below. Do check it out. So I'll be using this LA Girl Pro concealer in Fawn to clean the bottom part of my brows. This is just like a 2 shade lighter than my skin tone, or even 1, because I don't want to really go light on my brows. So that's the reason I'm using on for my brows today. So as a beginner, depending on your skin tone, you can buy LA Girl Pro concealer. It's very nice. This is one of the drugstore products that I go for all the time when it comes to concealer. So you don't need to go buying any expensive concealer at all. This is what I've been using and it works for me personally, so I'm sure this will just do the job for you as well. So I'm cleaning the top of my brows with the same concealer that I use in cleaning the bottom part of my brows. I don't usually do this, but for the sake of this video, that's why I'm using one concealer to do this. If you notice, it's almost my skin tone, so I'm just doing this for the sake of a beginner, so you don't need to buy too many different concealers, except you do makeup on other people. So that's when you need different concealers so that it will work on different skin tones. So I'm just blending the concealer into my skin, so I will have a nice looking brows. So for the concealer, it's sold for 1,500 naira here in Nigeria. So this is quite affordable for anybody to get. So I feel this is something that you need as a beginner, because you definitely need to clean your brows and then do some other things. Next, I'll be cleansing using the Micellar cleansing water from Metix. So this just goes for 2,500. You need to cleanse your face before you apply anything that has to do with products on your face. The next thing I like to do is to set my face with a setting mist. This is from Flawless Ivy. It said it's Hydrating Mist. It sets, prime and refreshes your skin. So I always love to set before. I allowed my skin to dry down from the setting mist that I used before. I'll be applying this moisturizer to my skin. I don't really have a moisturizer. This is a gift that I got from a makeup store. So I will recommend you use a Sacha moisturizer if you must use a moisturizer for your skin. So I'm just working this into my skin right now. So the next thing I'll be going in with is the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. This is oil controlling, like it controls shine, pore minimizing, hydrate the skin and smoothing the skin as well. So I'm going to be using this to apply. This has like 4 functions, so I presume it's good enough for any beginner to have this, because it actually serves 4 different purposes. So I feel it's good. I'll just be working this into my skin and then just tapping in the product. Okay, I'm just tapping it in. Then the next thing I'll be doing is to apply my foundation. I'm using these 2 foundation. This is Maybelline Superstay in 362, while this one is a zikel in Zikel Tan 015. So I'll be mixing these 2 because this one is a bit lighter than me and this one is also darker, so I'll be mixing both of them for my skin. So I just use 1.5 pump of that, but this one I'll be scooping it because it's almost finished. So I'm just going to swipe this foundation and then use my beauty sponge. So I'll be highlighting my under eye with the LA Pro Concealer in Fawn. So I'll be using this under my eyes, then my forehead, this is my nose, and then my chin. These are the areas I want to bring light to. So sponge, I'm just turning the sponge over to this side that I didn't use. I'll be blending in my highlights. So I'm just pushing in the concealer into my skin. I'm not swiping so it will not move my product around. So this is the technique I use in blending out my concealer. So I'm just using the bottom part of my beauty sponge to blend the edges because I don't want a demarcation or harsh lines in between the concealer that I just applied on my skin with my foundation. So I feel the concealer I applied before didn't bring out my eyes the way I want it, so I need some more. Right, I want to add more light to my face. So that's what I'm using. This one is in warm honey, so it's lighter than the previous one I used. I just want to bring more light to my face. So I just added that into the inner corner of my eyes. That is where I want the light to hit my face more. So the next thing I'll be doing is to set the highlighted areas because you don't want any creasing. And always remember to tap off the excess powder from your beauty sponge or whatever you are using to apply your setting powder. Little is more, you don't need too much at a time, you can just build it, okay? So I just use little at a time and then just tap up the excess. Next thing I'll be doing is to set all over my face. So I'll be using this LA Pride oil controlling palette, compact palette, to set the whole of my face. And then this just goes for 3,500 naira. And again, depending on where you shop your makeup product. So I'm just using this to set all over my face, just to keep the foundation I've applied in place, just the same way I set my concealer. So I'll be contouring my face using the Maybelline Fit Me in 340 Cappuccino. So I'm done blending out my concealer that I applied on my eyelid. So the next thing is eyeshadow. As a beginner, you need eyeshadow like this that is neutral colors so that you'll be able to blend them out. If you use eyeshadow that is too colorful, you might not be able to blend out. So I got this for about 8,000 naira here in Nigeria. So I'm going in with this to blend out the transition color that I applied. I don't always go in with use a clean brush to blend out. I dip it into the transition color a bit so that it do not clean the one that I've already applied. So I'll be going into this berry shade here for my lid color. So you see that you can use this palette for pretty much everything when it comes to the eyes. You can use this as your transition, and then you have something to put on your lid. So I'll be adding some glow to my cheekbones with the Nubanbeauty D Glow palette. I'm going to be using this very one and this one. This palette is the bomb when it comes to a drugstore. So it's 5 inside the palette. This goes for 7,500 naira. So if you do makeup on other people, you can definitely get this palette, but I don't really think it's necessary for a beginner to, you know, when it comes to highlighting. I don't really think it's something that is really necessary. It's just a personal preference. The tip of my nose, then just touch a little here, and then I'll use my finger to just tap that so it goes into my skin. So the next thing I'll be doing, I'll be using this red lippy for my lip. This is red. It's Debbyluster Lipstine. It's very good. I like it. It goes for 2,500 naira. So this is one of my go-to red lipstick. So this is what I'll be applying. So I'm not lining my lips. I'll only use this to line, and then I'll fill it in with the same red. So guys, I'll be setting my entire face with the setting mist I used earlier in spraying my face before I start my makeup. So I'll just leave it to dry down a bit, and then I'll go in with my beauty sponge just to get everything looking together. So guys, this is the final look. I hope you learned a thing or two from this video. Like I said before, you don't need to break the bank for you to get all glammed up. With your affordable makeup products, you can get whatever look that you want to. So stay tuned, stay blessed, and stay beautiful till I come your way next time. Bye guys.